Let's imagine you have a superpower right at your fingertips. Yeah, I am talking about Chat GPT. If you use Chat GPT, it can transform your analysis skills, the way you invest in the stock market. Let's see what it can do. Video, we are going to show you how to harness the power of GPT to build your own alpha stock portfolio. Whether you are tracking India's well anticipated Hyundai IPO and its potential impact on Indian stock market, but it is not just limiting to that. We will also break down how Reliance Industries Q2 results and with actionable insights around it. So we will cover some of the limitations we will have it with ChatGPT. Stick till the end to get bonus GPT prompts, which will push your investment skills to next level. Now we will start with a simple prompt to build a alpha portfolio. This will be very simple and it should be easy to understand. Now let me introduce to this simple ChatGPT prompt. Prompt is nothing but the questions or specific instructions given to AI to generate a response based on what we are asking about. So in this prompt, we are asking it to assume the role as a senior financial stock analyst with over 20 years of experience, and it also has alpha portfolio build experience. So what we are asking ChatGPT is like acting like a financial expert and use that experience and expertise to recommend the stocks and advise in the following questions. So the following question is this. So we are asking it to build a alpha portfolio with 5 lakhs rupees and provide the recommendations. So when we asked these questions, we got this response. So so you have to consider how you want to ask the question. So I'm again setting up this explaining this question again. So I'm setting up the context and I'm asking my question here. So if you would like to ask your own question, you can change it, and also you can change your risk appetite as well. Based on that, the chat gpt will respond back with the respective response or answers. Okay, since I am high risk taker, it is advising you to invest in high growth sectors in India. So 70% of the investment will be in Indian high growth sector. So it also provided what are all the different sectors we can choose here. So it is choosing technology and digital transformation fund or stocks. So there are two stocks recommendation, TCS and Infosys. Alternatively, it is also opting like it is also giving a recommendation on Nippon Indian uh, ETF Nifty IT fund. And next sector is about the EVs and green energy. So it is suggesting to invest in Tata Power and Reliance Industries. So there is a mutual fund recommendation as well. If we don't want to directly invest in stock, we can also go with we can play by mutual funds. And pharmaceutical and biotechnology related stocks recommendations are Reddy's Laboratories and some pharma, and financial and fintech. So the stock recommendations are HDFC and Bajaj Finance. And also there is a small cap, mid cap allocation is all about 15 percentage. So it is giving recommendations with mutual funds. So Access Small Cap Fund and Mirai Emerging Blue Chip Fund. So and there is another small segment, small portion of fund will be allocate, maybe recommended to allocate in thematic and sectorial funds. So it's all like there is another two mutual funds recommendations, ICICI Prudential Technology Fund and Quant ESG Equity Fund. So high risk tactical bets, IPOs and cryptocurrencies. So it's a 5% allocation. So to risk mitigation, since I asked for high risk investment alpha portfolio, so the allocation is like this: high growth fund 70%, small cap and mid cap 15%, thematic funds 10%, and tactical bets are 5%. These are not stock recommendations. It's just a response what we got it from ChatGPT. Do your own research before investing into these stocks. How Hyundai IPO listing will change the Indian stock market. Here is the prompt what we have built it, and we will go through all this prompt step by step. So the first section is setting the context for ChatGPT. What we are trying to say, understand from this listing, and it needs some kind of background. What context we are looking at it. So ChatGPTs will have complete data over the internet. It collects it, analyzes it, and kept in its memory. So we need to set the context to make sure that we are expecting some kind of results. So I'm setting up this context now to analyze below points. And the questions are like how Hyundai IPO listing will impact the Indian stock market as overall, and what are the positive and negative impact, and short-term, long-term impact, and which are the stocks will give us the alpha returns. So also we are setting up this expectation that the output should be shorter, even the fifth grade student can understand it, so that the output is well formatted and it is the language, what our tone being used in this response should be simple enough for everyone to understand it. So some of the financial words are a bit complex. So if you set this context to ChatGPT, the response will be in simple words so that you can understand it well. So now let's go through the response. So it has as a first point, we got the overall market impact. So there is a lot of attention from all investors, and it's a global company, big global company, and this could lead money sitting from other stocks, especially from the automobile sector to related industries. Yeah, there could be a move or like a money crunch between sectors. More money will be moving to this IPO, so it could push auto sector becoming more competitive. Yeah, definitely a major big player IPO can bring in the money to Hyundai, and it can bring competitive advantages to Hyundai. Also, it can bring the competitive pressures to its competitors. Let's see what are the positive impact. So the component makers will have positive impact. So Motherson Sumi, Bharat Forge, and Bars will have positive uh, impact as the demand will grow and there is a higher number of sales. So we can expect some positive revenue growth for these companies. And this is not a stock recommendations. So you have to do your own research and analyze it and take a expert opinion before investing it. So so the Tata Motor and Maruti Suzuki will face some kind of competitive pressures, and also L&T will get some infrastructure projects, maybe because of the Hyundai production expansion or any other EV related expansions, infrastructure expansion, which it can bring in uh, as a whole in the EV industry. That can bring the infrastructure projects, and L&T can benefit from that. Negative impacts like automotive makers like Mahindra and Mahindra Bajaj Auto can face competitive pressures, and short-term impacts are, yeah, money will flow from all market to one specific IPO. So this can shatter the small investors or small IPOs. So during this next few months, if there is any kind of small IPOs are coming in, we might see neglected or less impactful IPOs. Since it's a very big IPO. So we already understand there is a competitive pressures between the automotive companies. As a long-term impact, more car sales, yeah, this can bring more revenue to Hyundai. It's a positive thing for Hyundai and tech and EV stocks. So Hyundai is pushing more on EVs, EV car manufacturing. So that can bring some positive advantages to the Tata Power and Exide Industries. So this is like Tata Power as a power production company, and Exide is supplying batteries to Hyundai. So these companies can benefit from that. So good stocks to buy for alpha creation. This is not again a stock recommendation. Do your own research. So Motherson, Sumi, and Tata Motors and Exide Industries are suggested here. Maybe there are some more other stocks as well. We can do some more research before choosing these stocks. So it's a high level research what ChatGPT has provided. Now we will see how Reliance Industries financial report can be analyzed. So here we have the Q2 performance PDF attachment. So this is the attachment which I have got it from the Reliance financial reporting web page. So it is a 44-page detailed report. So let's pass this to ChatGPT and understand how the different actionable insights we can get it from ChatGPT. So by now you should be aware this text is to set the context to create a alpha portfolio. So the next questions are requesting it to analyze the shared PDF and understand how the Q2 results are there and share the actionable insights. Using this data, I'm requesting it to suggest if I can invest in RIL, Reliance Industries Limited, as part of my alpha portfolio. And finally, I'm requesting it to provide SWOT analysis and competitive analysis, and also the text output, what we are going to get as a response. It should be shorter and it should be simple enough to understand. So these are the different insights it has given it back to us based on this prompt. Let's understand it. So key insights. So there is a marginal growth in revenue. EBITDA is slightly lower due to weaker oil margins, and profit after tax is down by 3.6 percentage, and RL has significant debt, so we have to uh, keep an eye on it, which is sustainable compared to previous quarter. Okay, that's great. And let's see what else it has given it back to us. Okay, so this is one of the question we have asked whether this RIL can be part of our alpha portfolio or not. It is responding back as yes, and because of the diversified business in telecom and retail and green energy, despite certain pressures in oil to chemical segment, I think it is suggesting it to have it as a part of our alpha portfolio. So, so let's see what kind of SWOT analysis it has given it to us. So, business diversified business strength, growth in Geo. Yeah, Geo is growing. It continues to grow in the 5G network. 70%, 17.8% increase in EBITDA. Retail industry business is expanding with footfall up to 14% year on year. 464 new stores has been opened. So let's see what is the weakness. So oil to chemicals segment is fell by 23.7% due to global weakness. High debt, yeah, high debt is a concern. If interest rates are rising, then it can eat up the profit, and the profit can go down. Opportunities are energy sector and AI digital. Yeah, AI, yeah, Geo is heavily investing in AI, also heavily investing on the green energy. Threats are definitely the volatile oil prices and telecom competition. So competitive pressures are, yeah, what the Airtel and Vodafone can bring in the competitive pressures, and retail DMart is doing good. So there is a competitive pressure even there. So in the energy sector, we Reliance is in renewable space, but its focus is on solar and hydrogen energy, which is a positive stuff. So as a whole, I think adding Reliance Industry to Alpha can generate strong returns. Diversification, yeah, that is a good sign. So I think it's not a stock recommendations, but you have to research your own before investing in Reliance Industries. ChatGPT has limitations. It doesn't have real-time data, so it doesn't know what is happening in market uh, at any point in time. So we have to use it very caution when we are using it for trading. Also, it doesn't have a predictive model like any specialized financial tool. It does not offer deep predictive analytics or algorithm for forecasting stock movements. It also has biased responses. Sometimes we will call it as hallucinations as well. So at present, we don't have an alternative solution to fix the ChatGPT bias. The final limitation is non-specialized. It is not specialized to analyze the stock market data. So we have to use specific ChatGPT models, which is more specialized for analyzing the stock market data, which we will cover in the next video or following up videos. So the alternative mitigation solutions are listed on the screen. You can check them and follow through. We will have some more detailed videos coming up in the following weeks or months. Bonus, ChatGPT prompts are presented on the screen. You can use them and use it wisely with caution. If you are building a strong stock portfolio, like and subscribe to this channel for weekly tips and tricks on making right investment decisions.